Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Behind the Scenes. And today we have some beautiful ladies with us. We have Candy K all day,
Hey, y'all. Hey.
and we have the Mrs. Low Carb Queen,
Hey.
Miss Himani.
Hello.
We got Miss Jen in the background. All right, y'all. What we got cooking today? Let's go.
Well, I'm going to be doing some, what are we calling this? We are calling this shrimp fried rice cauliflower. It's a one-pot meal. It's great for taking the holiday gatherings. And what I have found, it is one of my go-tos. One, is super easy. And secondly, it allows me to control my protein, my carbs, and my fiber and still get out and mix and mingle with friends. So that's what I'm going to do for you all this morning. And so I'm going to pop off my camera and I'll see you over at the stove. Meet me there. Okay, so I'm going to start with, I've got my oil heating up here. This is just some extra virgin olive oil, and I've got 2 eggs. Is everything okay? You'll have to let me know.
Yes,
Everything
we
is
can
fine,
see you
yes.
perfectly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have 2 eggs here. So we've got several sources of protein. This is a one-pot meal, and you know that's what Candy K deals with over here. And can I say this? I want to say thank you to the behind the scenes team. You guys are amazing as friends, as supporters, as subscribers, as content creators. Happy holidays to each of you. Thank you all for having me in this space, and thank you for allowing me to bring my friends along with me. And they are chatting it up in the chat, and I just appreciate you because as soon as I asked, could I bring friends with me? From Candy K's crew, you all were so gracious in allowing that as well. So yeah, we're just frying eggs. That's all. We're just frying the eggs, and then we're gonna push them to the side. Everything gets pushed to the side. We've got this dish is loaded with veggies. We've got cabbage, and I cut the cabbage really thin, and then I put it in hot water and let it soak because that makes the cooking time much faster. I've got julienne pepper strips, red, yellow, and orange. I've got green onions, a bunch of them. I love onions. I've got some carrots that I had from salads this week, and these were left. And I pre-cooked the chicken for this moment. And we've got some shrimp. So drop in the chat and let us know which one of the proteins you like best. We've got eggs for high protein. We have shrimp and we have chicken. Which protein do you like? I've got a.
I think protein, like shrimp, is a really great way to add protein with like the low calories and the quantity. If you're not very hungry, especially, I think, like for me, when I'm not hungry post like day 1 and 2 post short, I absolutely love eating shrimps because you can just have it in a bowl like butter garlic and chili garlic. I keep showing these people in the chat that I keep making these shrimp dishes because it's the most easiest protein to have, I think, apart from eggs, of course.
Himani, you talked about shrimp last week, and I've been thinking about it ever since. And so I've been trying to get some shrimp in here. And I said, when I read that invitation, it's so professional, this team here, behind the scenes crew, they are the real deal. Okay, 10 out of 10. Candy K highly recommends. But when I saw that invite, I said, I know exactly what I want to fix. I want to fix my go-to dish because it's high in protein, lower in carbs, much lower in carbs, because I'm swapping out the white rice for rice cauliflower. And because I still want to put a little bit of rice in here, I'm using brown rice. So total swap would be to swap out all the rice in this dish. And so just like that, we're done cooking our eggs. So we're just going to push it up to the side. And let's go in with, because the chicken is fully cooked, so we want to go ahead and get these cabbage. Let me just drain the cabbage right quick. And it's been soaking, so it's gonna cook. It's gonna cook fast for us. We still got enough oil in that pan.
It's gonna be my new favorite dish.
Yeah, and we want to just add. We're just adding everything else because all we have to do at this point, friends. Y'all tell me when on these green onions because I won't stop. Now our
Okay,
bell
everybody's saying
peppers.
happy holidays in the chat. Everybody's greeting. Hey, Candy
Oh,
K.
happy holidays to
Then,
everyone.
then
Hello,
for your
Monique.
question, there. Hi, Monique. Your question for which protein is their go-to is chicken and eggs for sure. Gemini Diva says chicken, then shrimp. Pam says shrimp, chicken. Then Letera Roberts, hi. She says eggs. Then again, chicken and shrimp is pretty popular with everyone.
Okay, that's what I did
Yeah,
last night.
yeah.
I was gabbing with my good friend on the phone. She's one of the sister friends in my life that I went to Hawaii with for my 50th birthday. I was gabbing with her, and it got to be way late, and I hadn't had dinner. I knew I needed to eat something before going to bed, or I felt like I did because I was hungry at that moment. And I I cooked a couple of eggs and put the eggs on top of a salad. And yeah, so eggs are great. So
Yes,
to
they
me,
are.
eggs are a perfect protein.
Yes, they are. I don't buy enough of shrimp. I'm gonna start adding that to my grocery list.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
just trying to cook this like this so that y'all can see all the veg going in. And these vegetables haven't been cooked at all, so I probably should have cooked them a little bit, but the carrots are gonna cook. And the thing of it is everything since when we get everything mixed up here, it's gonna cook on down. You see how that cabbage is already wilting? I'm gonna go ahead and fire
Yeah.
this up.
Wow. It's amazing, Candy K.
It looks so colorful, Kelly K. It looks
So what I'm
amazing.
using, friends, is just 1 cup of brown rice, and these are the pre-portioned cups. And one thing that you should know though is a serving of rice is a half a cup of rice. This
Okay.
Yep.
is 1 cup of rice. So this is actually 2 servings of rice. Okay. So I'm
Right.
just using this, and because I make this all the time. This is not cooking for YouTube. This is Candy K cooking for Candy K on a weight loss. But more importantly than that, I'm on a health journey.
Yes.
I'm trying to be a better me, 50 and beyond, okay? Because
Yes.
I just had my 50th
Amen to
birthday.
that.
Weight loss is happening, and it's happening slower than I want, but I'm working with a registered dietitian, and we are focusing on lifestyle changes, getting Candy K more active, up and moving. And so thank you, friends, for the Zumba challenge, because I am heavily engaging in that with you,
Well,
trying to
Kitty
get,
K, and just so
go
you
ahead.
were reminding us that, yeah, you're reminding us that a serving of rice is half a cup and you're doing a cup, but we also want to keep in mind your meal that you're making makes you, how many servings does that make you once you put
Well,
everything together?
normally this would be a meal prep meal. So I would eat this for lunch, and probably
Right.
I usually don't like to eat the same thing again for dinner. So I would have it maybe tomorrow or a day or two, but the rest of this would go into the freezer. But now that my 20-year-old, and
Gotcha.
thank goodness he is a college student, and he's an engineering major, he he will this is today's meal because he will come and blow through this, okay? But
Got it.
I
Yeah.
have bulked it up with a lot of protein. But yeah, I normally meal prep, but I'll put a couple of cups of this away for me. And again, I'm putting 1 cup of brown rice in the whole dish.
Correct.
Okay.
And then you explained it wonderfully. And I think that's the thing to remember because I know there's a fear about carbs, but if we're intentional about carbs, the ones we're choosing, what we choose in the making of things, carbs are not the enemy. So I just wanted to come on and say that. And so thank you for walking us through the serving size.
Carbs are not the enemy. And y'all, this is how I get dinner to the table really fast for myself. I use frozen vegetables with intention because the frozen vegetables only have trace amounts of sodium, and sodium is salt. And so that's one of the things that I already knew because my father had type 2 diabetes before his death. And so I'm always cognizant of salt intake, and I take prescription blood pressure medicine. So I I don't want to continue to take blood pressure medicine year after year. And so I'm trying to watch my salt intake. And so one of the biggest things that helped me was to stop eating canned foods. Okay. So
Okay.
I always try to get, I always, you will 9 times out of 10 see me getting frozen vegetables versus canned vegetables.
Okay. Thank
Simply, simply to control the sodium.
you.
And so, yeah, you can pop these in there. Y'all, these are a buck. These are a buck,
Okay.
and they
Thank
are
you.
delicious. And I can put 1 or 2 bags in there. More vegetables gets me more servings of this stuff. So I just
Absolutely.
I just cook it. I just cook it up. Y'all tell me what my time frame is like so I can
You're
speed things
good.
up.
You're good.
You're
So
good.
chat, what would be a good go-to meal for you during the holidays?
A good go-to meal. Lord, well, this something like this, friends, and I've taken this to. Did y'all ever play Bunko?
No.
Bunko is a it's a little game that ladies play when you're having like a card night. Except we didn't play cards, we played Bunko, and it anytime you've got a night out with the ladies or with your family, you know, if y'all just having family fun game night, I can take something like this to a potluck,
Yep.
and then I can bulk up on this because look at it, y'all. It's just
I'm
all veg.
looking at it.
It's
Wow.
just all veg,
Wow.
Yeah,
and
like what
so
I do is like I add beetroot to it to make it like red and colorful. Like whenever I have to make something different, like it's already very colorful. I love what you're making. I would
Mhm.
just add beetroot to it, like shredded
mm,
beetroot. Yeah.
tell me what nutrients or what is beetroot good for you for? How does it help our bodies?
Iron. It's good for your blood basically, and it's also good for minerals. If I'm not wrong, let me look it up. Because whenever
Yeah.
my hemoglobin was low, the doctors tell us that you should eat beetroot uh, for it, and especially when we are on this health journey. So it also has good antioxidant and anti-inflammatory elements to it.
Mm-hmm. And I was going to get, these are just extra large shrimp, and I marinated them in just some, the Trinity, black pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder, because I'm going to be using some low sodium soy sauce in this, friends.
Okay.
And I chose extra large shrimp versus the jumbo shrimp, which are larger, because the extra large shrimp are cheaper. And I knew I also had chicken in this meal. And normally I just choose one protein in addition to the eggs. But again, by adding an extra egg, I up that protein in this, and that is going to balance out the carbs because there are carbs in both the cauliflower, so significantly less though, and in the rice. Of course, the rice is carbs. Okay. But you
Mhm.
need a balance of those things. You gotta all things in moderation.
Well,
And
I'll
Okay,
you know,
definitely
somebody
meal.
go
somebody in the
ahead.
chat is saying beetroot helps increase hemoglobin content in the blood, and I read up it's also very good for blood pressure and like heart health, cardiac health.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, friends,
Ooh.
I just happen to go through my seasonings in the pantry. You know how we go through that stuff and make sure it's not out of date. And I saw this fried rice seasoning back there in the pantry, and I pulled it out. I said, "Oh, well, here we go. I'm gonna use this." And y'all, this meal is pretty much done because the chicken is already pre-cooked. I'm just gonna pop it in here for a stir and a refresh. And are y'all okay if I pump this up with some more green
Yes, please.
onions?
Yes.
Please go ahead. Do your thing.
Yes.
Because when these flavors go through this, now this is going to be good today. But baby, when this comes back tomorrow or in a few hours after these flavors marinate, this is amazing. And now I'm just gonna, this is our steam fresh veggies that I picked up for a buck. That way I know I can add veggies to every meal. And I'm gonna
Okay.
put these hot veggies on top of my shrimp. And y'all, we're coming on down from this place. We're coming on down. So you see, it's more veggies than in this rice cauliflower stir fry. We've got more veggies than we do everything else in my mind. So
Yes.
Debbie Garcia says, I have two potluck parties coming soon. I'm going to use this recipe.
Yeah.
Nice.
wonderful. You don't know how much
Definitely.
that brings me joy. It's a go-to for me, and it also freezes beautifully. I will tell you that. Now this cooks for a minute. These little cups cook for a minute, and I'm just adding in that 1 cup because it does kind of give it a little more stability. And I will tell you though, if you are the longer you cook rice cauliflower, and some people will shred their own rice cauliflower. Now I do quick cooking because Cindy K works full time at 50 years old. I've got a kid in college, and I just frankly have a busy schedule. I had travel this week as well for work, so
I like quick
No,
dishes.
I also believe in smart cooking than hard
Yes,
cooking, right?
yes.
mhm,
Certain
mhm,
dishes you need your slow cooking, slow cooker and everything. But otherwise, smart cooking is the way to go in this generation where everyone's busy and working. And even if you're not, like even the stay-at-home people, like, I feel they should work smarter, not harder, especially when it comes to cooking, because, food for fuel is what we are focusing at. And you're making such delicious recipes. I think it's a myth, around food that frozen food is not good. Fresh frozen food is in fact better than, the fresh produce that you get, which might be lying around, I don't know for how many days in the store. So yeah,
yeah,
like I absolutely preach for this smart cooking than hard cooking for sure.
yeah. So it was intentional to withhold the salt, the sodium, the salt from the when I cooked my chicken and when in pre-seasoning marinating the shrimp, because soy sauce is full of sodium, which is why I chose the low sodium soy sauce option, and also to give it that more authentic taste. And I'm using a fish sauce, but the oyster sauce. They have a fish sauce and an oyster sauce, and I just use the oyster sauce. And we just want to. Oh, this one's never been opened.
Do we have any questions in the chat, Himani?
Not yet, no questions.
Okay.
People are just talking about uh, their go-to proteins and then saying hi to everyone.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and
And
start asking some questions.
yes, let's you can probably ask a question. I'll pin it in the chat.
Okay. What inspires you to choose healthier meal and snack options throughout the day? Candy cake.
Well, I love that I ended my day because I could have because my son is not staying with his dad this year. He's back home with me for college. I could have just, grabbed some of his junk food out of the freezer, a frozen burrito or, you know, frozen pizza or something like that. But instead, I made sure I had good food. I had salad, and I took back salad and I added to that salad. That's why I had the shredded carrots and I was just super proud that I knew I was hungry, but I don't have to go in there and open those Fritos that I saw he put in the pantry. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's I just felt so courageous, that I did it. I took the time. I put my eggs on and went and washed my face, brushed my teeth, did all that, and came and had my salad. And I was just, one day at a time. Just take it one day at a time. But I feel so much more empowered, and I feel satisfied. My belly is satisfied, and I'm fueling my body. That's the mindset change that I'm noticing, is that I'm learning to fuel my body, not calm cravings and substitute food for things that
Well, you're
are
doing an
happening
amazing
in my
job.
life.
You're doing an amazing
Yeah,
job.
absolutely. And I think we have Amy's asking, what are we making? Amy, we are KDK is making a shrimp and chicken fried rice with loaded vegetables and brown rice instead of the white rice. And I think Evelyn is asking Candy K, you must run a tight schedule to keep up with the lives, work in regular life. Any suggestions for the people who are trying to build their channels while also working full time?
Okay, so two things I would tell you is one, give yourself lots of grace, okay? Continue to do your full-time work and your full-time life, children, all of that. Focus on those things first and grow YouTube in the background, right? And do something that you love as a creator. Y'all, I'm adding a little bit. This is the last little bit. I should pick this up at the store. This is some Kerrygold garlic and herb butter.
Ooh.
And I'm just finishing off with a little pat of that. And it makes everything glisten and it gives me an extra burst of garlic in there.
I'm gonna need to
And
email this Candy K.
The shrimp are pink and we are done. We are done, friends. So I'm gonna let that hang out. Let all those flavors meld together. And y'all, that's got chicken in it. That's got 2 eggs in it. You could have substituted tofu in lieu of the other proteins. And just like that, our meal is done.
Yummy.
Our meal is done. I'm super excited to get to sit down and interact and engage. Thank you all for allowing me to bring my friends over from Candy K's crew. And the other tip I would give, that was a great question about being a content creator and balancing it with your schedule, with your life schedule. You want to check out Shop Talk. We've got a Sunday sunrise edition of Shop Talk tomorrow. Look for that thumbnail.
Will do. Thank you, Candy K.
Thank you for having me.
My mouth is watering.
Oh, thank you, friend. Thank you, friend.
Okay. Are you ready to go, Miss JC Calamity Jane?
Gemini Diva is asking a question. Is it better to start smaller or go all in? I think it's for Candy K again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Say again from Gemini Diva.
Yeah, she's asking a question. Is it better to start smaller or go all in?
I do what's comfortable for you. And I would tell you that I started my channel January 2024, and I'm fully monetized. The first year, I went slow. I went slow, frankly. I thought I was doing something by uploading once a week. And then so I uploaded the first week and I probably uploaded the second week. And then by week 3 as a YouTuber, it took me another 3 weeks before I uploaded something again. And, then it was, I've got work travel, so I'm not going to upload for another 3.5 weeks. But I kept, taking little snippets of video and still wanting to be a YouTuber. So that's a slower path, and slower paths equal slower growth. But you've got to decide what your timeline is like. I knew that I had a good chunk of time off, for vacation time. I said, okay, I'm gonna work on my channel during that time. I took those opportunities to really maximize, of course, weekends for me. I used those opportunities to try to upload a video. Then, y'all, I went a whole year, a year and 3 months on YouTube without ever doing a live stream. Oh, wow. That is taking it slow. I don't know why I didn't do a live stream. I think I forgot. I knew I had to have 50 subs in order to go live. But, so I would say if you're ready to go hard and if you have the time, go hard and lock in with Shop Talk 3 times a week for YouTube content creators. It's a live question and answer. We just talk shop as content creators.
Kenny, you've received a super chat by Chiplo. Chip has sent you a super chat, and he's saying, "Be the best you that you can possibly be." Are you logged in? Hashtag we are logged in.
Hey, Chip, thank you so much, Chip. Yeah. I hope you all are seeing me.
Yes.
Okay.
All that beauty.
Oh, thank you, Harjarene. You're the best. This team, you're the best. I'm listening and learning and enjoying this. This is a vibe. Thank y'all for inviting me to your holiday gathering here because it's
Celebrating.
December. So we just say everything is holiday.
Yes.
All right, Miss Jen, you ready?
You're on mute, Jen. You're on mute.
I know. Sorry, I heard like three people tell me the same thing. So there was a lot of volume in my ear. Um, I am as ready, but understand. Welcome everybody. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all for joining. This is a fun activity, cooking for individuals. There will be moments of a station break because this could not interrupt our family brunch. It's already going 4 minutes past. So I'm also cooking for the family since I was taking over the kitchen. So for family brunch, I'll show y'all real quick. We're just doing, we have some, we're going to do some, people call them egg easy, fried eggs, whatever you want to call them, but we actually don't put any oil in. And then just bacon, and they're doing some French fries with it.
Okay.
So we're using lots of eggs, but guess what? I can use a lot of eggs. So,
Yes, you can.
because I have chickens. Use a lot of eggs. So we are going to do a basic pasta. I have a video on my channel for pasta. Um, if you want to see the whole process, I'm just gonna for right now, depending on how much time we have left, I'm just gonna show the making of it, if you will. I'm not gonna get into cooking, but if we have time, I'll show you the you know, making it into either linguine, spaghetti, whichever pasta you want. It just depends on how much time we have because you want like many doughs out there, you want pasta to sit for 30 minutes before you manipulate it because all the fun gluten is working. So
Okay.
when I make pasta, oh yeah, sorry. When I make pasta, um, I tend to use only because of availability. I don't if I need to use regular flour, I will. I'm a type 1 diabetic and it's somewhere along the way, once someone explained how carbs work, how fiber works, how protein works, I stopped having a fear of carbs. So I still do white flour, but this is what I do, not what the world needs to do, what I statement does. However, what I do try to choose because it's important on the GLP-1 or any weight loss journey, whether you're keto, whatever all the things you are is to have higher protein food and have higher fiber foods. So how you get there, and why I can go to Italy for 30 days, and I ate when I went to Italy. One of these days, I'll show you the picture how well I ate in Italy. And I made sure when I was in the north, I would get gelato every night. Every night, I got gelato.
Okay.
Now, granted, they do a scoop of gelato. They don't do half a pint on a
Okay.
cone. So
Okay.
portion sizes, they still understand portion sizes over there. And then when I was in southern Italy, I would do a crepe with limoncello de crema. And that's basically
Ooh.
limoncello with a cream added on top of the crepe. And I did that every night. So,
Feels good.
but I lost 11 pounds in 1 month when I
Oh
was
wow.
over there
Wow.
because you're walking
Wow.
around, but you're walking around and
Yeah, I
you're
think
eating
it's also
things.
working and lot of, I think the portions and it's all organic, like they are making everything fresh. Like the pasta, the everything is absolutely like
You
homemade.
you do, but you have to ask. You do have to ask. I will say, if you're in the touristy areas, you do have to ask, was this made fresh? And a good way to tell if pasta is made fresh every day is how often they offer certain pastas on a menu. If you go into a place
Mm.
and gnocchi is on the menu every night, that is not freshly made.
Yeah.
It's not to say it's not homemade, it's not freshly made. There is a
Yeah,
Mm.
difference. So it's not saying
Pam
it's
is
not
asking a
homemade.
question. Pam is
What's
asking,
good?
I've heard King Arthur flour is a better quality. I haven't seen it at my grocery stores.
Yeah, you can order it online if you're really really wanting it. Even though I've gotten it from Walmart before,
Oh,
So
okay.
but
she's
I
asking,
Wow.
do.
is it a better quality? She's asking.
I'm getting to that real quick. So
Yeah.
this is Bob Red's Mill. It is a semolina flour. This particular one, hopefully, I'm showing this at the correct angles. So the fiber in this one, the carbs in this one is the hard carb. It's 33. The fiber is 1. So one fiber, so it's actually going to end up being 32. This one has 6 protein in it. So 6 protein in flour. That's one way you're going to get protein in this pasta. This semolina flour is Carrington. You can get this one online, but I've seen this at grocery stores as well. This one has only 23 carbs, but one fiber, so it only ends up being 22 carbs. Want to know how to get rid of 22 carbs? Take a 20-minute walk after you eat.
Oh,
That's how you can get
Mm,
rid of that.
okay.
Or take
pro
a 25
tip.
minute walk. And then the protein on here is about 4 grams. So 4 grams of protein. So depending on which one I pick, you're already getting per serving, and and this is actually, this serving here is about 3 tablespoons, but we'll talk about that in a second. We're talking grams, 31 grams. So the real, so you didn't know, Candy K, that we're going to either do a brown rice or whole wheat. Whole wheat, and this is King Author. It even says protein content 13% for adding the whole grains to baked goods. And then when you look at this, now again, 13% is not the same as grams. So when you see here in a second, you'll understand what I'm saying.
Hmm.
So this calories, about 100 calories. Look at the carbs on this: 20 grams, 3 fiber. 3 minus 20, 17 carbs when it's all said and done. And then
Wow.
4 protein.
Amazing. Yeah.
Protein
Love the
from
macros
a
on this one.
carb. 4.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Jen,
then, yes,
I was going to
yes,
jump in
ma'am.
and talk about the carb count on white rice versus brown rice versus rice cauliflower. So
Yes.
45 grams of carb, pretty much the same carbs in both 1 cup of brown rice versus white rice, but only 5 grams of carbs in the rice cauliflower. So you're really going to save on
Wow.
the calories in the brown rice, 205 in a half cup in a one half a cup serving, because serving is a half a cup for rice. But remember, we bulked it all up. We bulked it up with the rice, cauliflower, and all the veggies. So you can certainly have a cup or a cup and a half of this dish. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna
So,
try
Candy
it.
K, I thank you for that because you gave me time to show y'all something talking about carbs. So, and feel free to y'all Google this. Y'all can Google it now and put stuff in the chat. An article came out a couple of months ago talking about barley. There was actually a study done several years ago, so this is not the first time this study and this information has been out here. Great source of fiber. So let's look at this real quick. So there's 44 grams in a per serving. And people use barley for soups on its own. You can add veggies to it. Dietary fiber is 6, protein 5. What they are discovering about barley, it is not the same as a GLP-1. It is not the same. So I want to be clear. But it has this, it travels a slower journey in your digestive system that it mimics a similar impact to GLP-1s.
Hmm.
Wow.
Wow.
Get you
Barley.
some barley.
Get
Get you some
me
barley.
some barley.
Okay,
Okay.
so I am watching the eggs for the family while I'm talking, but this shouldn't take too long. So now let's get to the science of this. So again, I usually use semolina flour or I use whole wheat flour. Another flour that's often used is called doppio, Doopio, doppio flour, or 00 flour. That's what you'll see in a lot of Italian homes and things like that. Doppio, Doopio, or it's probably Doppio, and it's a 00 flour, and Walmart does sell that as well. So
Okay.
I'm using semolina flour, particularly because harder. Well, I don't. Forgive me if I share this. I feel like you put it in the chat. You had mentioned phosphorus. You're needing to watch out for your phosphorus in
Yes.
food. And when I was looking at food types, and I just learned this week when you mentioned something, semolina flour is a lower phosphorus flour.
Okay.
So I went ahead and so I'm picking semolina flour. You want
Thank
a
you.
hundred gram, whatever. No, no, wrong. Whatever flour you're using, you want 100. This is for one serving of a pasta. So if you if you feed family, you would maximize this, of of course. So this is 100 grams of whichever flour you're picking and a single egg. Two ingredients that you can do. I want to crack this egg open because I want to do some. Let me check the eggs real quick. Like I said, I'm double. Yeah, these are probably going to be. There's still some runniness in there. Let me let that close. And I'll show y'all the eggs when it's done. Okay, I want to show y'all something. Add some chicken knowledge in here. Let's see if I can. Let's see real quick.
Harj, you
Oh,
can
I
ask
did
the
not
next
crack one.
question maybe. Meanwhile,
Yes,
I
feel
see.
free to ask a question.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm going to ask you the
So
same question. What inspires you to choose healthier meals and snack options throughout the day?
I want to take less insulin. that's that's the inspiration.
Yes.
Insulin is not the most expensive thing in the world these days. Not anymore. But ultimately, I just want to be able to take less insulin. I was hoping to be able to show you if this egg was fertilized or not, but it doesn't have the bullseye. I'll crack another one open so y'all can see the bullseye and how you can tell if an egg is fertilized. But back to the pasta. So with the pasta, you dump your flour in on a mat, on a table, whatever you have, and then you're gonna make a well. Okay? Just gonna make a well. And I usually
This
do
is
mine
so
pretty wide. Want to make
Jen, this Jen,
what's
this is
that?
so therapeutic to watch. It is so
It
amazing.
It's
is.
it's
Like
super cool. It's super
she's
cool.
doing this, and I'm like,
Yeah.
like I'm
Yeah.
loving it.
Oh, and it's even gonna get better because you get to knead in a minute, so it's gonna get
Yeah,
better.
I mean, I knew I was
So
coming
let
to a
me.
party, but to have live pasta making,
yeah. It's like
love.
a live
Okay, I'm just
tutorial, live cooking
Yes.
lesson. I love it.
checking on the
Yep.
eggs. So yeah, so you make that well. Make sure your walls are high. If any of y'all are Bridgerton, not Bridgerton fan, well Bridgerton fans, and then watch the show. Oh, what was the other show she made about the Queen? Was it Charlotte? Not Queen Charlotte. I can't even remember their names. But yeah, Queen Charlotte. There's a scene in there where it's got your walls are too high. You want to make sure your flower walls are high. And
Okay.
then what you're going to do in a minute, you're going to slowly incorporate the flour inside the egg. You're going to mix it up.
Wow.
Try not to break the wall, which I just did, but that's okay. It's okay. It all works out. This, oh, I should have advised it's missing. And I'm going to stop using the fork here in a minute. Okay. Do one more toss here. Probably didn't even need the fork. It's probably funner with your hands, but I like to pretend like, Martha Stewart would be proud of me. I think Martha Stewart would probably use her hands. Probably wouldn't even use a fork. So now's a good time. Ditch the fork. And let's get messy.
Jen,
If
how,
it, yes,
how,
ma'am.
how do you stay consistent on your wellness journey?
By watching y'all on YouTube. If it was me alone, um, right, we wouldn't all have this problem if we could do it alone. But um, it's having that why, which is again the health journey or the less insulin, right? It's also understanding the complications of diabetes in general, but specifically type 1, since I'm going to have this a while, right? Um, Understanding the impact of those complications on family. That keeps me motivated. That keeps consistency at play. But it also helps just hearing the encouragement, right? The accountability. I know we were talking about YouTube earlier. I got on YouTube to have accountability in several areas of my life with the GLP-1 journey, number one, the gardening, and yeah, the cooking. So that's kind of what I do. So you see this for me. And sorry, this is not pretty because I know I need to check on these eggs. I'm gonna probably turn the heat off the eggs real quick.
I think it's
I'm
very
cooking for
pretty
the family.
what you're doing.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to get all the flour up. I probably could add. I mean, I don't mind the wetness. It's actually pretty good. This will form like it. I'm gonna add a little bit of the flour. Now I can't remember which one I used earlier.
It's amazing.
Let's see. Yeah.
How about you, Candy K? How do you stay consistent?
How do I stay consistent? I just I agree. The sense of community and finding your tribe, and especially on YouTube, has really helped because you don't feel alone. And frankly, there is someone now, literally, Himani, you are in India, and so I can connect with you at literally when most folks are sleeping in the US, and you're there. You can hear from
Yeah.
me, I can hear from you, we can watch each other's content, and it's just super amazing. And I love the idea of bringing the channels together that are all working on a better, healthier lifestyle. I try to stay consistent by just routines, because I know that children thrive on routines, and frankly so do adults. So my routine, I actually weigh every day on the scale. Some people do once a week, but that triggers me to be more aware of what I'm eating. And I was traveling, and so whenever I travel, I'm drinking far less water. So it's very important for me, as soon as I get home, get right back on that scale and see where I'm at, and flush my body with water, and get right back on track, and try to keep good things in my travel pack, as high protein things versus sugary things.
Mm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think routine is very important when we are trying to, get somewhere. And, I think the best example we set for others, like, like you leading the way, is when you are, setting example, like you are practicing what you're preaching, and it shows. Like you have a full-time job, and you are, handling YouTube full-time. Like I consider you as a full-time content creator, because uh, it is it I understand, because I think we were discussing in the previous because also editing and everything takes so much time, and we are putting in the effort. So to stay consistent, it definitely takes some kind of discipline and some kind of organization. And the time difference is crazy. I don't like it.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm here for my girls. I'm here for my ladies. I'm here for the
Yes.
community.
Hmm.
Be it 3:45 a.m. or 11 p.m. or whatever time it is, I will be there. And these guys have made it easy. Definitely, this community makes it easy for us to be there for each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
When it
Exactly.
comes to consistency with my health and wellness journey versus YouTube, my health and wellness is going to win out every time. I'm going to
Yeah.
always choose my
Correct.
health and wellness, and my
Absolutely.
mental health, right? My
Correct.
emotional wellness. I'm going to always choose that. So it's a no brainer for me, because I'm not just saying these things. I want to be a better me. I was traveling through Minneapolis. I had to switch planes in Minneapolis, going across the country, and I needed a chiropractic adjustment and a 30-minute massage. And do you know I did that? I accomplished that thing in my hour and 45-minute layover, and I felt amazing afterwards.
Wow.
I am 50, and I want to
Thriving.
feel better, and that is what I work hard for, so that I can play harder. I can't wait to go to Italy, because I've already done Greece, and the food in Greece was amazing, JC. So I can't wait to try and learn how to do pasta making in Italy.
For sure.
It's okay. It's pretty similar. So what you do now, you basically wrap because this needs to sit for 30 minutes, similar to like if you're making different types of breads. You want it to sit. You want that gluten to kind of be whenever. You never want to over knead. And how do you decide over kneading? It's a feeling. It's not to be
Okay.
mean. I think some people say at least you want it to get into a ball shape, and then maybe get a little bit more flour if you feel like it's too wet. But then that pretty much that it stays there. Um, and sometimes I know sometimes the people who have watched they wonder why we collect. So these are like all the eggshells that we collect from broken eggs. I two things that these eggshells can be used for depending on who's all in the chat right now. So you can crush them down. I usually actually grind them down, and then I put it in back in the chicken feed to feed to the chickens because there's a lot of calcium in here and they need that calcium to produce eggs. The other thing I do because I do gardening is I'll crush it up, break it down, and I'll add it to the soil to amend the soil because soil needs what nitrogen, calcium, and
Yeah, I do the
phosphorus.
same.
So yeah,
I crush my eggshells and put them in the plants and
Okay.
all the
yep,
plants that I have. Like this is
yep, they need
something
it.
I think easiest way to get
Yeah,
them their nutrition, the plant
correct,
nutrition.
correct. And
Beautiful girl.
it does take time for the breakdown, but it's good to do it. It's good to start the
Yep.
process if you have, especially like tomatoes. We do it for the tomatoes and the peppers. We'll make sure to put we'll either put Epsom salt when we plant them, or we'll put eggs or both. It just depends. So these are the eggs that we made. I do
Wow.
want to try to find. I do want to try to find a fertilized egg so y'all can see it. So, Harjarene, do you have a question for me?
I do. What small daily habits help
Uh-huh.
you feel better mentally and physically?
Help me feel. Delilah talked about this on her. She did a vlog yesterday. And what helps small habits? This right here. I know the difference. I know my mood changes when I'm not hydrated.
Mm,
Um, the other small daily habits is, and I got to get better at this one. Walking, getting up every 30 minutes and moving.
mhm.
Even if it's just walk in place, do a little dance, do whatever, but every 30 minutes move. Um, and then Crooked Peach, and I think I shared this last week. Crooked Peach and Oki's Eden, two of the are my gardening, and Crooked Peach is a chicken friend, chicken tender out there. Both of them, they make sure first thing in the day we see the sunshine. So
Mm,
get outside if you're able to get that sun on your face. Those are the small things I try to do to keep things going.
okay.
So let's see. Like I said, I'll just eat this egg if it's this one. Yeah, this one has it. Y'all probably aren't going to be able to see it, but do y'all see? Just say yay or you probably aren't going to be able to see it. Let me move my camera. Oop. Do
Yeah,
you
I
see
can
a
see it.
white
Yeah.
Yes.
the white dot? It's at the top.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all see that? Like right there.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
That my boys did their job. This egg is fertilized.
Okay.
That's a
Well, all
fertilized
right
egg.
then.
And
Well,
yes,
all right
yeah,
then.
and yes, and yes, you can eat it. So I'm gonna come off camera because I know we have because it's perfect time for low carb queen to come on. Were there any other questions, or did you get through
Yeah,
all
I
of
think
them, Audrey?
Bellflower is asking,
Oh,
telling us about how she stays consistent as she plans out her meals and meal prep to stay consistent at
mhm.
least 4 out of the 7 days. And weekends I relax a little bit to what is reasonable for me. Absolutely. I think balance is key.
Yep,
Bellflower, you are anyway doing amazingly well on your journey. And we
yes,
have so
yes,
much to learn from you. Like she's doing amazing.
Mhm.
Whenever she shares an update, and I'm so proud to know her.
yes,
Then we
yeah.
have doses of Shani in the house. Uh,
Hi, Shawnee. Welcome.
Yep. Yep.
and Pam is
Batching
saying,
your
I start
meals is
my.
a good one. Is a good
Yep,
one.
yep,
Meal prep, batching your meals, planning
absolutely.
them. Yes, yes to all those things.
Pam is saying,
Thanks
I
for
start my
mentioning.
morning with drinking greens and then proffee. Yes, I love my proffee too. Protein coffee, proffee club for sure.
Yes.
And coffee, no cream. Hi, hi. What is the white hard stuff that is sometimes seen in egg after cracking it? I think Jen, you can answer this.
It's yeah, it's just there is a particular name of it that is just extra. I'll look it up and put it in the chat when I'm off camera. But it's just it's like protein, kind of just additional, but it's nothing egregious. So people have opinions about it. Like even like local, like people who actually do eggs, like or have chickens, they won't eat it if it has that stuff. But it's a normal part of the process. But it's nothing bad. It's edible. Um, depending on what part of the world you're in and what flowers they eat. Like I'm going to try to start giving my chickens marigolds this next year. But there'll be a kind of a orangey color, and then there's another flower, and I'll put it in the chat here in a second. That if you feed it to chickens, it will make the yolk a red color. So, but there's nothing wrong with it. But the only time I wouldn't eat this is no, I don't even want to go there because y'all are going to freak out. The only time I would not eat an egg is even if there's blood spots, I'll still eat it because it's nothing bad. But about the only time I wouldn't eat it is, of course, there was something forming in it, obviously. Um, and then if there were like, you know, worms or something, but that's pretty rare for those things to happen. But yeah, but it's not bad that white stuff there. But I'm gonna get off camera so I can feed the family. But I'm still here. But I'm just gonna take it
Okay.
off this camera here.
Hi,
And
family. Hi,
Yes, hi.
family. Thank you for sharing Jen with us.
so yeah, but I'm still here and I'm still participating in
Yeah.
everything. So I'm just gonna
Okay.
kind of go over here and I'm gonna go on mute real quick.
Okay. All right, Miss Low Carb Queen. Where are you, beauty?
Hello,
There she
hello,
is.
hello.
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 How are you? Let me turn my camera around. I thought it was turned around. Let's see.
I think you
Okay.
should bring her
There
up
you
on the
are.
main
Yep.
screen.
Yes.
Yes, she
So,
is. There you
thank
are.
you, ladies,
Ooh,
for having
what's
me. First
cooking?
of all,
Ooh, I see
I
some
What's cooking?
orange
Good
there.
looking.
I appreciate you
What's
guys for
cooking?
having me. I appreciate this opportunity, and y'all know I love you.
Love you.
We love you.
So,
And what's cooking? Good looking. We want to know.
I'm making sweet potato muffins.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And so let me tell you a couple things that I'm doing. Of course, I have the sweet potatoes here, and I was looking up the carbs and the fiber to kind of share with you. And I've also traded some of the ingredients out. So we'll get to that. So I
Okay.
have two sweet potatoes here, and the sweet potatoes alone, let me see, where was that at? Sweet potatoes, a medium sweet potato on the high end is 27 carbs, 4 grams of fiber, and 2 grams of protein. So we're looking just with the sweet potatoes alone at 4 grams of protein. If we focus on that, I'll get to the carb part later because some people count carbs, some people don't. I like what I've been listening, it's been really good. I like what JC was saying about the carbs and the flour, because a lot of our American stuff is more processed. So we have to be
Mm-hmm.
more selective. So let me jump into it. I'm going to put the wet ingredients first. I have, like I said, 2 small sweet potatoes. I have 3 eggs and some vanilla flavoring. So I'm going to add that, my wet ingredients. Now it calls for maple syrup, but I'm trading out my maple syrup for Splenda.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's a
because
good
that's
swap.
gonna say that again.
That's a good swap.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and I'm also trading out my milk for this protein builder.
You got rockin' protein. Okay.
So it
I
only
think I
calls.
saw that on Harjarene, right?
Yeah.
Harjarene
50
and Ness.
grams
Yes.
protein. Yep.
Yes,
Chocolate.
I
Ye-
saw that. You did a post on it too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have to. I haven't tried it, but I just wanted to swap it out for the milk. So
Okay.
it's yeah. So I'm using that, and then it calls for a quarter cup of olive oil. So those are all my wet ingredients. And then I'm going to mix that in. It's a little stiff, so let me get the mixer here, and I hope y'all can see.
Mm-hmm. Great. Great view.
Yeah. So hopefully this won't take too long. So we'll mix all of this together.
You ladies are blessing us today.
Okay, what'd you say?
Haj, why don't you ask the next question meanwhile?
Okay, when I finish, I'm gonna have to mix it again, so I'll just stop that for a second. It's getting
Haj, you can
there.
ask the next question meanwhile.
Okay. Well, I did have a question for everyone. Do you count your carbs in diet? You count
So
your carbs.
while they put that in the chat, I'm gonna go
I
ahead and.
don't I don't count my carbs. I'm aware of my carbs. That's what
Okay.
me and the dietitian talked about because this is not just for, you know, a crash diet. We don't do dieting. Being aware of carbs and how you need to balance that with your protein and your fiber consumption. So I'm just aware of
Yeah.
now of what foods are laden with carbs and you have to think about it as we talk about sweet potatoes and potatoes. The sweet potato is the better choice for someone who's trying to do a lifestyle journey. So you still get potatoes, but choose the sweet potato. Mhm.
Okay.
I definitely
So I
agree.
want.
I agree with Kendi, and I also agree with what JC was saying. You know, there are good carbs and bad carbs. The
Mhm.
thing is, for me, keto is the old Atkins diet. You know, if you lower your carbs and up your protein, yeah, then you will lose weight. The problem used to be, you couldn't go back. If you tried to go back
So
to carbs, you're going to immediately gain weight.
Gotcha.
So what I have here is it calls for a cup and a half of flour. So again, when we talk about, if y'all can see, I'm gonna tell you what's in here. When we talk about that flour piece, a cup and a half of flour is on average 143 carbs. So I don't care if it's a good carb or a bad carb. 143 carbs are a lot of carbs. When I first started this journey and realized the amount of carbs that I was eating, it was overwhelming. I mean, a person who is not really conscious of the amount that they're eating can take in on average 3 to 4 thousand calories, 4 or 500 carbs a day, and that's just too many. It
Yeah.
really is. So what
can
I
I jump
did
in
was
and oh, go ahead.
I substituted. So coconut flour is far less than carbs, of course. And so, and also coconut flour has a 1 to 4 ratio of regular flour.
Okay.
So, in grams, at 168 grams, then I put in 42, 42 grams of coconut flour. But I also, because I'm not like a gluten-free person, and I know that if you use almond flour, coconut flour, it's not going to mesh very well. So I also added 20 grams of the regular flour. Okay.
Okay.
And so 20 grams of regular flour is only 15 carbs. So that's a big trade off from a cup and a half to 143 carbs
Yeah.
down to 20 grams for only 15 carbs. So
Yep.
I added a little bit of that. I also have cinnamon, allspice, baking soda, and baking powder in here. So that's what's going in there.
Okay.
And we're adding that in.
That's
Coconut
another good
flour.
tip. Spices really help
Can,
food. Yeah.
Okay.
And
could
coconut.
I jump in and answer the question about counting carbs? Because I don't want to miss a point in why we have to be mindful that it's not just I'm on a diet. It's not about diet. It's not for everybody. And so this is very important, especially for those type. And actually, you don't even have to be a diabetic because I have a friend right now that's experienced a lot of low blood sugar spikes, and she's not diabetic at all. She had she had a gastric bypass years ago, and one of the symptoms of that or side effects of that can be hypoglycemia. So there are individuals because of what's happening with their blood sugar are mindful of carbs because it matters, right?
Mhm.
And so for those of us taking insulin, let me just give you a quick example of why it matters. So part of for my insulin pump to work, and y'all probably can't see that, there's quite literally when I do my bolus wizard, carb ratio. I have to know what my carbs are in order to know how much insulin to take.
Mm.
Oh,
So
Okay.
this isn't about it like, oh, I'm on a diet. This is how much insulin do I need for my body to function? And the reason why net carbs are so important, carbs minus fiber minus sugar alcohol, and I won't even get into because there's different types of sugar alcohol there. Because if you don't subtract fiber and sugar alcohols and take insulin, you're now almost about to chase a low because if you take too much insulin and that's not equal to the carbs you're taking, so like that, for example, this example of the oh, where was it at, like if let's say the carbs are 20 and then the fiber is 3, if I take 20, that's three units of insulin more than my body needs. And if I
Mm.
have significant insulin sensitivity, I'm headed for a low. And so what happens when diabetics head to lows? We go crazy and try to get carbs in.
Okay.
And I don't know if you've ever had low blood sugar and your body just wants to find as much carbs to get that low blood sugar back up. Well, now, especially if you're a diabetic, you are now headed towards spike city. And this going up and down over a lot of times, that's where complications start coming in. So carb counting in and of itself predated keto, predated all those things. Carb counting has been around for a long, long time because prior to people understanding a lot about type 1 diabetes outside of just carbs, that's what they figured out is the glycemic index, the higher and the lower and the mid glycemic index to help treat blood sugar spikes and lows and things of that nature. So it's for those of you who deal with uh, glucose issue, whether low or high, it is important to understand carbs, but net carbs and whole grains and things like that. It's important and it will change your life. It'll when I started counting carbs, I even before GLP-1s, what stabilized my blood sugar is counting net carbs, is what stabilized my blood sugar and had fewer spikes and fewer lows just doing that. So I just wanted to get when we ask that question, we need to be mindful that it goes beyond diet culture. So I just want to get that in.
Yeah, I think
And
Gemini Diva is also saying that, every individual, every body is different. Listen to your body. Like, that's what I feel like. I have PCOS and I have been told to limit my gluten and dairy and carbs. But that doesn't mean that, I don't listen to my body. And when I'm having, like, like JC said, low blood sugar, I'm not giving it what it needs. I do carb loading on a few days and I make sure that, I'm listening to my body, what it needs. Like, especially when I'm traveling, I need the carbs. I can't. Run on low carb and figure out only protein does not get me by. Like, I have to have some carbs. Like, I make sure to add either sweet potato or some good carb to my routine whenever I'm traveling, because otherwise it just gets me. Like, I am so low in energy, otherwise not protein, just protein is not sufficient for my personally, like for me.
and
Yeah.
let me also say, well, you see, I've got them in here again.
Yeah,
That coconut flowers is super absorbent. We all have to do what works for us, and of course, consult your dietitian, your doctor,
absolutely.
your nurse practitioner, all of that. What I do like about this community is that we do all share, and we're sharing our experiences. And even with the weight loss and the GLP-1, we're still sharing experiences as how they relate to us. My one of my daughters, for instance, she cannot do keto, low carbs. She has to have carbs. Her body doesn't function well without them. So, you know, and like
Yeah.
JC said, she's been on that type 1 diabetes. So she's knowing that the counting of carbs has been around way before, weight loss.
Yeah.
So with these, I did the math already. And this is going to run you about, let's just be generous and say 10 to 12 carbs for the carb counters per muffin. Okay, I haven't finished on the protein, but it is also high in protein, probably close to about the same. But I'll do that and post that on my channel.
Okay.
But that's super fantastic because if you know anything about a regular muffin, that's going to be very, very high in carbs. I forgot what it was. Just
I
Mary
always say
Cobb
I know you
Bloomer
know
is
your
in the
way around the
house.
kitchen.
say
Sorry.
what?
I would say I told Low Carb Queen she knows her way around the kitchen.
Yep,
Uh,
she does.
so
Mary
regular,
Cobb
yeah.
Bloomer is in the house. She says, "Hello, ladies and gents, stopping by to say hello.
Hello.
Working on a really challenging crochet project. Just popped in some sweet potato bread in the oven for my kids. And sorry, I'm
Yes.
3 minutes
Nice.
MIA. And she just received her mochi orders 3 days ago and had appointments too. Yay!
Yes.
Yes.
Congratulations. So a regular
Congratulations.
small I'm sorry. Oh, a
Yep.
regular small to medium muffin is anywhere between 25 to 40 grams each. So
Okay.
it's still on the very low end. I'm going to pop these in the oven and turn myself around and turn it over to you,
Well, we got a
Harjarene
couple of
and
questions
Himani.
for you, Miss Beautiful. We have a couple of
Oh,
questions for you.
okay.
I'm
Let
gonna
me
ask you
pop
the
these in
same
the
question.
oven.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Candy
then,
K, you can answer till then.
Okay. Is there another question?
Yes. What role does mindset play in staying committed to healthier eating?
Well, stress is directly related to obesity. Stress is related to a lot of the comorbidities that go along with weight gain and like high blood pressure, like high cholesterol, all these things. There is a direct relationship between those things. And so, I'm sorry, tell me the question again.
It says, what role does mindset play in staying committed to healthier eating?
Yeah, you've got to have, and that's again why I love the GLP-1 community, and I'm not yet using GLP-1s. I'm so excited because I just heard back from the sleep clinic, and apparently I'm going to do my sleep study at home, and so we're trying to get everything covered by insurance, and so I'll keep you all updated on that.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just you really have the mindset. Mind precedes everything, right? Wherever your
Yep.
mind is, that is going to affect your actions after the mind.
Yep.
Whatever the mind believes, the body, your eating will follow that. So if you're in a high stress situation, what are you going to go to? Are you going to go to something sugary? Are you going to go to something sweet? Or are you going to stay, if you're in a good mindset, that is when you follow the diet. That's when you follow and eat the things at home versus eating what I call in the road. Is having a good mindset. And there's nothing like being in a good community, even virtually through YouTube with these great channels that keeps you in the proper mindset for continuing to make better health choices for life, not just for the short haul, for life.
I agree. Okay, Miss
Absolutely.
Beautiful, low carb queen.
Mm-hmm.
Look
What
at
is
her all festive. I love how we have the red and the maroon and pink vibe going
There's
on.
a
Like,
queen
I
amongst
love it.
us.
yes, it is. What inspires you to choose healthier meals and snack options throughout the day? Because you definitely do that.
Well, again, it's definitely a learning process. Let me just say this though from the, the beginning,
Okay.
and this is a sidebar, guys. I've had this for the majority of my life, and it's not. Let me just say what it is. I have RBF. Okay, a lot of times people think I'm mean or stuck up or yada 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 until they get to know me. So it's nothing I can do about it. SNL is the first time they introduced it, that I know about it, and I was very happy.
Okay. Okay.
So I know sometimes people, like if I don't smile or whatever, it has nothing.
Oh, yeah, baby, you're beautiful regardless, and you are a beautiful person. So
Thank
yes,
you.
ma'am.
And I'm
Also,
looking at you, Queen, and you have lost so much weight, friend.
Yes, she has.
thank
Yeah.
you.
Recent,
Thank you.
like it's all over your face. Like,
Yes. Her face is
so
like chiseling
whatever
down,
size
chiseling
top
down.
that is, we're gonna throw that away after this live stream because it is too big. Thank you.
This, what, I actually couldn't fit this previous year, so I've really been wearing it as
Aw.
soon as December
That's
hit.
all
'Cause
right. That's all right.
No, even your dress,
Congratulations. Non-scale
uh,
victory.
Definitely.
yeah,
Yes.
even your camouflage dress that you were wearing in your previous life yesterday, I think, it is
Yes,
also loose. It is so loose to you
it
now.
is. I don't know what it
Okay, so Himani confirmed it. We're gonna throw that one out
Yes,
too.
that.
Too big. Too
Oh
big.
no, I thought.
Or
Listen,
get it, or probably you can get it refitted, like for your own size, like
Yeah.
if that's an option.
yes.
Because that dress is beautiful. I love
It
the
Thank
is a
dress.
cute
you.
dress.
Absolutely
Love that
beautiful.
Yeah,
dress.
Thank
Love
you
Yeah,
that
so
everybody
camel
in the
much.
chat
dress.
want to know where you got that dress from.
yeah.
I think I got it. I said before, I think I got it from Cato. I don't know if y'all
Okay.
have a Cato, but yeah, I think
Oh.
that's where I got that from. But
Okay.
I think my motivation is, well, I know part of my motivation. I know one of those questions you were asking about. One of the things for me is that my children have never seen me at a quote unquote normal weight. And so that's a biggie for me because, if anyone who has children know that children don't a lot of times do as you say, they do as you do. or
Yes.
do what they see. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I don't want them to struggle with weight the way that I've struggled with weight. And so and I also want to show them that if it does happen, then they can overcome it. So that's one of my things. And then just again, seeing the transformation as far as the snacking and things during the day. I still, have to work on my snacks, but seeing my transformation in terms of my weight, I do not want to go back to where I was, because that was very frightening. 394 pounds was very, very frightening. I cried at 285. I cried at 304. I cried at 394. But now it's like, what are you going to do about it? You know
Right.
what I mean? So that's
Mhm.
the biggie for me.
But that's the good biggie. And then how do you stay consistent on your wellness journey?
Again, a lot of people don't like the scale. They're afraid of the scale. You guys are a big support, a huge level of accountability for me. I'm so glad that I found y'all. And the scale is a level of accountability for me. I'm a numbers person as a retired math teacher. So no matter what we say or do, the scale is going to let us know something. And I know people get into stalls and things like that on this medication, but the scale for me is a big indicator of my level. It helps me with my level of accountability. Because, listen, if you've been eating more than you should, if I've been eating more than I should, then I don't want to get on the scale. Just like at Thanksgiving, I knew that I overate, no matter how you look at it. I knew that I
Guilty.
enjoyed,
Kim, I'm guilty too. I'm guilty too. I do that. If
I
I know I'm
overindulged.
eating,
Yeah,
yeah, for
I
sure. I
enjoyed
don't get on the
myself.
scale.
And, but at the end of the day, I was like, well, you got to face this reality. You have to get
Yep.
on the scale. So I did get on the scale, and I was really happy because I thought I was going to be about 5 pounds over, but I was only 2.6, almost 3 pounds. So
Good.
I could
Good.
live with that.
Good. You did good.
You
Yeah,
did very good.
Okay, one more question. What small
sure.
daily habits help you feel better mentally and physically?
Small daily habits is definitely my worship.
Okay.
Definitely my morning devotion. When I'm rushing and I don't do that, I can tell. Um, that's just what helps me through my day, and having a attitude of gratitude. I'm just insistent upon
Amen.
that.
Yes.
I,
Yes.
I you
Amen.
know, and so that's just who I am. And I also have very dry humor. I laugh at my own self.
Stop. Stop.
No, I mean, really.
You make
Listen,
us laugh all the time.
Harjarene, raising a plethora of children, you at some point you just can't even take yourself too seriously.
No, and I think it's good to have, that kind of humor where you can laugh at yourself.
Yep,
Like
that's right.
it's the perfect kind of humor. Like it's the perfect way to live, I feel. I laugh at myself all the time.
Yeah, well, and again, at my age, and just a lot of things have transpired in my life, and through life, being an only child, being an overachiever, being a people pleaser, all of that. At some point, as Kendi says, when you reach a woman of a particular age,
Yeah,
you just like,
is that.
hey, next, later. I'm here.
And you
I'm
gotta
here
say
to
that, Candy K. I need to hear you say it.
Well, we are women of a particular age, and ain't nobody got time to not be feeling our best. I want to see the world.
Wow.
I reached 50 this year, and I'm never going back. I'm never going back to those weights. I'm never going back to. I don't want another knee replacement. I've had one, so I'm doing this for the last time.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
This motivational talk, and look at Jen working the pasta machine.
I'm
Like
looking at her. She's working
I
it.
love it. Like
My mouth
I'm
about to
looking at
drop
that and
Look
I'm
open.
at that
listening to.
beautiful pasta. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, it's just rolling out. They
My mouth is
say
about to drop open.
yes,
And she does it so like
effortlessly.
muscle memory.
Yep.
Yes.
And then not, I don't want to spend too much because I want to hear more from y'all. But can y'all see how y'all can see my fingers?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Now you don't need it that thin. If you're making a ravioli, you may not want it that thin. If you're making if you're making lasagna, you don't want it that thin. But you know, but y'all keep going. I'll
You
keep
got my
talking.
mouth about to drop open, Jen. That's beautiful. Make it own pasta.
Mrs. Paula does retirement says woman of a particular age plus 11 here.
I know
Yes,
that's right,
Mrs.
Miss
Paula.
Paul.
Mrs. Paula is
Yes.
an October person too.
She is?
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Hmm.
Are you a Libra or a Scorpio, Miss Paula? Okay, one question for you. Another question for you.
Mhm.
What's one recipe you love for us to try in future episodes?
The
Yep, that's a
recipe
good
that
one.
I love, that I would love, and I'm going to make again because I'm perfecting it, is the granola. The
Okay.
homemade granola is life. Okay,
Okay.
it's not necessarily low carbs, but it is high in fiber. It does have protein, but it's healthy. It's I used to buy the granola at Sam's Club. Oh my gosh. So now that I make my own, and even the girls are like, "Are you gonna make some more granola?" I'm like, "Yes." So
Well,
that's
yes, we love to see it. We're here for it.
yes. And
What
then
about you, Miss Candy K?
Say again, I'm sorry.
What's one recipe you love for us to try in future episodes?
I want y'all, this pasta has
I know,
me.
right? I'm like that.
Wow, I want to just sit back and watch this pasta become a meal. Like
Right.
literally, she took flour
Like
and
magic
eggs,
fingers.
and we are now at
Yeah, like magic
fresh
fingers. Like she's working the magic.
fresh pasta. I am so
Yes.
glad I went first. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So
But
Candy
recipe,
Cane, you just oh sorry. Real quick, you
no,
just
go
inspired me
ahead,
because
friend.
I had leftovers from last night. It's an Italian sausage with some pasta sauce. So you inspired me because again, leftovers. I split my meal when I go out to eat. I immediately ask for a to go container and I
Yes.
split the meal.
Love
And
it. Love
so
it.
guess who has dinner? So sorry, Kitty K.
Yeah, yeah.
What about you, Kim? Like apart from the granola? Sorry,
um,
Jen. I didn't ask Jen.
go ahead.
I don't think Kitty K finished. I think she was gonna say what hers was.
Oh,
Okay.
as far as a meal I would like to see you all do on behind the scenes.
We said
Yeah,
you do. We said future for the future. You're gonna
future
do
episode.
that.
Oh, well, I do one pot meals. So if you check out my channel is a lifestyle journey, and so it's just the things that I cook, and I focus on one pot meals. And if you know Candy K at all, you know that is usually 5 ingredients or less. And in this case, it was just all the veggies, right? So that's what I focus on my channel. So I'm happy to do veggies because veggies on the grill are amazing. Veggies in the air fryer are amazing. I I can cook cabbage 5 or 10 ways. So check out my playlist.
All
Wow.
It's
right.
called the playlist is called Eating to Live, and it is all my high protein, low carb, high fiber dishes. So I'd love to come back and join you. Are you inviting me again? Oh my goodness.
Absolutely. We're going to have multiple of these cooking episodes because we
My
all bond over
pleasure.
food and, healthy cooking ideas that everybody wants, like, inspiration. And you guys are already doing it on your, channels. We would love to have more of you for sure.
I mean, I
Yes.
got the barley from that pro tip, came
Yep.
from gin, and then coconut flour. I don't even know
Yes.
that I've ever heard of coconut flour.
I'm sure.
And I think you're both telling me we can get that at the local store.
Yeah,
So
you can get it. Get it from
Okay.
thank
Walmart.
you all. See, this is why I'm locked in with these communities and with these channels, these great humans.
And I think you
Love
should try
y'all.
beetroot for your blood pressure, Candy K. Like you said, you're on like high blood pressure issue. So
Mm-hmm.
probably
Mm-hmm.
beetroot might help.
Or
Beetroot's good. You can
Beetroot.
pickle.
Okay, thank
beetroot.
you.
Yeah.
Beetroot. Yes, you said that at the top
Right.
of the show. You sure did.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you.
Because my
Beetroot.
husband has like high BP, high blood pressure issue, like
Hmm.
genetically. So my mother-in-law cooks a lot of beetroot. I also
Okay.
cook it, and even my parents' side, like because everybody has high blood pressure.
Yes. Okay.
So
And
beetroot
you
is
can
Thank you for
do
the reminder of the beetroot.
yeah, and you can do pickle beets. I make another
ooh,
Italian dish that I make often, and the is gnocchi,
Hmm.
Gnocchi.
Yeah.
gnocchi.
Typically,
Yeah.
it's made with a potato, but
Hmm.
I've made it with butternut squash. I've made it with acorn squash, but I've made it with cauliflower. Not as good. I like cauliflower rice and other things, but the consistency it just doesn't work for gnocchi. And then, but my favorite one that I make it with is beets. And so,
Oh.
it's just a beautiful brine. And if you do the gnocchi, beet gnocchi, and do pesto
And
sauce,
ricotta.
it is
And ricotta.
it is
Oh,
it is
and
divine. It
ricotta.
is
Yeah.
now your countertop will look like a scene out of SCI or CIS, which or
Mm.
CSI, whichever the show is.
CSI.
But
Yeah.
it is absolutely worth like substituting beet for things is a wonderful treat. I know some people don't
Yeah.
like the flavor, but it's amazing.
I
That's
like
a good
pickle
tip.
beets in salads. Yeah.
Yeah. I
I,
like them with salads, walnuts, and pickle beets, then ricotta or feta. That works really well with the beets. And like she said, Jen said gnocchi, like I add it to my pasta all the time.
What you say, low carb queen?
I was gonna say I'm rebuilding my relationship with beets because I had beets in my garden, in the container garden,
Ooh.
and some little tiny beets, but I did wash them and cut them and taste them, and so they were earthy. It was, I hadn't had them in years because I didn't.
Is it just me or like
It's
Kim's
coming in and out.
voices? Yeah.
It's coming in and out. She'll be back. Now y'all saying beetroot. Is beetroot off the end of the beet or
Your voice is scrambling, I think. Can you hear me properly?
I can
I
hear.
can I can hear you now.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of disturbance from one of
Yeah, I
us.
don't know.
I was asking what is a beetroot? I mean, is it off the end
It
of the
it is beet. It's the same thing because beet is the root of the plant.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, beets. Okay, got it. Hmm.
Yeah.
It's a rooted
Yep.
vegetable. Yeah,
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, now I know.
and
Now
it's
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought
so
it's the same thing. I thought you would know because the
yeah.
beetroot is pretty common and I
Hmm.
call it beetroot, not beets. But beets and beetroot is the same thing.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the same thing. And if I have it, we're taking up so much live time right now, but it's okay. So there we go. There's a seed. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all something about beetroots and Swiss chard. Come from the same family. So Swiss chard, we mainly eat the leaves. But let me show y'all the here. Let me turn off one of these cameras. Hold on. I'm going to turn off the camera. I'm not. If you want to drop the pasta one, Harjarene,
Okay.
if there's a, I don't know, or just yeah, move it off stage, and then let me show you all the seeds of each of these.
Okay.
So you saw this come from a Swiss chard. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to use things. Hold on.
No problem. Mia says, okay, Mia says,
Oh, you got
it would be great to do a protein edition for the future episode. I think that's a
okay.
great idea. We definitely do one
Yeah.
uh, protein focused episode for
So
sure.
there's a. So let me show y'all real quick. So these are the seeds of a Swiss chard. And if
Okay.
hopefully y'all have seen chard before, but that's kind of an image of it. It's the big leaves and stuff like that. And then let me show you beet seeds. Hold on. They're from the same family. So one of them you're eating the root, and the other one you're eating the leaves.
Okay.
But there you go. They look
Okay.
very similar,
Okay.
Yep.
Hmm.
but it's from the same family. But one has been grown. One has been, grown to focus on the leaf system, and that's what we eat. And the other one's been grown to focus on the root, and that's the beet.
Okay, thank you.
Got
Thank you
it.
for that.
Oh, no worries. For the gardeners in the room.
Okay. I might
Yeah,
become a gardener.
I think you should, Harjarene.
We are
I
going
think you
to
should.
anyway, feeling like adopting chickens and like staying with chickens. I'm already
Right.
inspired to do that. Now Jen's getting goats also in the future. I want goats also.
Yes,
So you're talking about gardening.
goats
Okay.
are amazing for the milk, for the soap.
Yeah.
Goats are amazing.
Are you still doing your pasta, Jen?
I'm done. Y'all don't have to show that camera because I was just gonna show another cutting, but I think we're probably good on pasta.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Candy K. Thank you, Little Carb Queen. That was wonderful. That was absolutely wonderful. And I can't
Yes.
wait till we do it again. Any
Happy
questions?
holidays to everyone.
Yes,
And
happy
I am
holiday.
over here, y'all. I am enjoying
I wish
my
I had
stir
that plate.
fry, my
Yeah,
stir fried
it's so
rice, my shrimp fried
colorful.
rice,
I
but
love it.
with extra doses of chicken and substituting. I only use 1 cup of brown rice and the rest of it riced cauliflower.
Love it.
I will have that meal tomorrow. I'm gonna put all the
For
It's
ingredients
sure.
in. I'm gonna have that meal.
yes.
Yeah.
Love
And
it.
it's
Like,
so quick. You can make it
yeah.
at like any such a quick meal. It's so
Yeah,
good.
I would add all the veggies and I have shrimp and chicken, like just put everything in and
Yeah.
we are done.
She
Yeah.
put she
Super
Absolutely.
put cabbage
amazing.
in there. She put cabbage in there. So that was
Yep.
good. That was a nice
You
touch.
can.
Yeah.
And I know,
The
Kitty Cat, you
cabbage.
were mentioning. Oh, go ahead.
No, no, go ahead.
Oh, no, well, I was just saying you had mentioned that it wasn't that the carrots and the cabbage that it may not have had as much time to cook. I like when like and stuff like that. I like when the veggies are a little al dente. To
Oh
be
yeah.
honest with you,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And if you want, again, I was just soaking the cabbage in hot water until time
Mm.
to cook it for this live stream. But yeah, if you like more bite on it, and I do, I like my veggies to have their integrity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good word.
Okay, for the people in the chat, if you're in Candy Case chat, just type in all day if you have a channel and it'll share your channel link. If you're
Oh,
in
I'm so
Harjarene's
sorry.
chat, if you're in Harjarene's chat, just type in the boss way, hashtag the boss way, and you can share your channel link. And for my channel, just type in hashtag wellness and we'll have a look at your channels.
And low carb queen is get
And low
low.
carb queen. Yeah, get low. Hashtag get low in low carb queen's chat if you're in her chat.
And
Oh,
can
did
I?
we lose low carb?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
And Jen's
she
is
was
Okay.
having some.
hashtag chickens.
Oh,
Yep.
my live's not going. I had everybody come to y'all's just to
Okay.
ease up
That's right.
so that the group could stay together. Yeah.
We have
Okay, and
some great
everybody.
feedback on my stream. Thank you all. Delicious and nutritious. This pasta has stole the show, and I love that because it looks amazing. I'm in agreement with that. We even have Mama from South Africa chiming
Wow.
in here and says, quite interesting. Just so she is just watching in silence, mesmerized by it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Pam,
Okay.
Pam is asking, Jane, what growing zone are you in? I'm in zone 9.
So similar. I think we're 9A or 9B somewhere in there, but Texas. Um, so yeah, we're 8 or 9. I thought we were 9. Oh, my husband says we're 8. So, but there will be more gardening stuff on my channel soon. I need to actually go through these seeds and see what's viable, and I'll probably either do a vlog on that soon. But yeah, there'll be more gardening things happening on my channel.
Yes,
More
and
to
also
come.
on I think
Gardening.
also on BTS we'll have gardening like episodes in the series.
Yes, we are planning that. We're hoping for next week to have
Yes.
some
Yes.
of the people in the gardening community that are
Yes.
also
Oh,
focused on
wonderful.
wellness. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're also focused on wellness, and they might even give us some good budgeting tips because I know both of one of them is I'm gonna miss her handle name, so I apologize for even bringing this up. But at think it's Home Style with Misty. I'll throw it in the chat here in a second. But she does a lot of budgeting meals. Like she did Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner for under $20.
Yeah.
She does a lot of good budgeting on how you can make those festivities in a budget friendly way.
Someone we all know, Coach Mean has asked
Yeah.
in the chat who's all on this panel. So some fabulous women are on this panel. And go ahead, I'll let Himani or Divasway, if y'all want to just introduce the panel again for those who might be joining the stream later in the stream.
Right. So the boss way is Harjarene. We all know her, the lovely Harjarene. Then we have JC Calamity Jane cooking live pasta with her flower in her hair, giving all Italian vibes already. And then we have Candy K all day. She made a nice shrimp and chicken loaded vegetable fried rice, I would say. And she used brown rice and cauliflower rice instead of the white rice. And we also had Kim in the house, low carb queen. She made the sweet potato muffins, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
Yes.
And this is Stealth Health India, Himani. Namaste. And yeah, this is the panel, and we are doing a cooking live today, Coach Mingreen.
Which has been beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
I
Thank you
loved it
so much, so much.
So many good tips and so many ideas for the next one as well. I love it.
Yes.
Devosway, you've got to show me how to do the hearts with my fingers. I can't. I've got arthritis. I can't do it. I got to practice. You got to show me.
You got it.
You
got it.
You got it.
This.
Oh, I can't do that one.
Well, y'all see,
Yeah,
y'all got it. I can't.
Like just make a C, like a C. Yeah.
I just do like this.
Yeah. In sign language. Hey, I love you.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Nice.
Okay. Well, are there any more questions in the chat?
Yeah, Delilah's asking, hey everyone, did you guys change your date and time permanently? Yes, we are trying to do Saturdays now. Since Jen is back at work, and we are trying different times because it was 3:45 a.m. for me in India when we were doing it on Monday. And I think everybody's busy with the holiday season, so we thought, to make it on Saturday. But we might change it again in the future depending on, the feedback and also our timings. We are just trying to, reach out to more and more people, and also make it easier for everyone to join in, like, not take up any of the slots. We're trying our best here. And I hope, let's see, we might change also. We are flexible that way, I think, all of us.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
60 plus, and Sophie says, enjoyed this live. Great education as well as delicious, healthy dishes. Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Those are my sentiments.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Q.
Yes. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, ladies, we're going to end the live. And once again, I want to thank you all for coming. It's been wonderful. And I'm even more hungry now. I wasn't hungry, but now I'm more hungry. All this good food. So thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for coming. We appreciate every
y'all
last
check
one.
the top of my stream if you're interested in connecting with these great content creators. All the links
And
are above my chat.
And herself and Low Carb Queen. Connect with those ladies. They're wonderful.
Yes.
We love them.
Check our description boxes. You'll be able to connect with everyone's channel. Thank you all. Goodbye for now.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.